musical practice workshop is on now. Okay, I posted a video about dominant reharmonization, and then if you have not checked it out, I am advising you to do so, because right now I'm going to tackle another type of reharmonization. And then when I talk about reharmonization, I'm talking about reharmonization on approach notes. That means non-chord tones, non-chord notes. Okay, such as in C major triad, for example, we know that D is not a chord tone, F is not, okay, and A is not. So the way we harmonize on those approach notes, which can be passing notes, scale notes, chromatic notes, the way we harmonize on them is requires special handling, as opposed to harmonizing on the chord tones. And then in my previous video on the subject, I went over how to reharmonize, how to do dominant reharmonization. Okay, so I would suggest that you check that YouTube video out. So now I am going to tackle parallel reharmonization. Okay, and remember, reharmonization on approach notes, on passing notes, scale notes, chromatic. Okay, so now we're going to, okay, something that we need to remember is that when we reharmonize, in my case, in this case, I am reharmonizing melody on melody notes. That means the melody notes are always at the top of my my harmony. Okay, so an example, I'm going to reharmonize on melody note C, so the C will be on top of the harmony as the lead voice, and then below that I play other intervals. Example, this is C, okay, that's my lead voice, okay, on top of the harmony. So below it, I'm going to play maybe E, G, and A, and then I play C major 6. But the melody note C is always on top. It's always on top. Okay. So now, we need to remember that the approach notes, the non-chord notes, they resolve on target notes, and target notes are the chord tones or their extensions. Okay, so D for example is an approach note. Okay, approach note which is going to resolve on target note E, which is a chord tone. same thing as F. F is an approach note, and it's going to resolve on the target note, which is called tone G. And any and when if you play C to G in sequence, like, and you can reharmonize each note, every note, each note in the sequence, but the melody notes will always be on top. So what we're gonna, like I told you, we're going to use something. We're going to use a reharmonization, which is called parallel reharmonization. The way parallel reharmonization works is that when you have a melody note such as F, which is an approach note in the case of C major, which is a passing tone, a passing note that is going to resolve on the chord note G. Okay, so now in order to understand parallel reharmonization, we need to understand this. Okay, when we reharmonize when we use parallel reharmonization, every note that we're going to use under the melody note to reharmonize it, they're going to every note, all those notes below the melody note, all those notes are going to move in the same direction as the melody note, and also with the same numbers of half steps. Okay, so for example, F, okay, is going to move to G. That's 2 half steps from F to G. Now in parallel reharmonization, every note below F is going to move in the same direction as F, and then with the same number of half steps, 2 half steps. So G, okay, move, no, F to G, 2 half steps. Okay, so now let's say I'm playing a chord, okay, with which F, okay, as my melody note. Okay, so below it, okay, if I go back and play the just do a recap of dominant reharmonization in order to illustrate the parallel reharmonization. Maybe I can show you this. Okay, this is let's see, this is the I'm gonna do the dominant. I'm gonna play dominant reharmonization. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. 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 Now I am reharmonizing below below F. Okay? See? This is F. And this is the notes below F. Okay? If I can, let me tell you the notes that I played below F to reharmonize it. Okay? Okay, this is the F melody note. And I'm going to play D. Okay? And B. Okay? And then A flat. And that's G. That is G dominant 7 flat 9. Okay? Okay. Now F is going to move to G 2/2. F is going to move to G. Is going to move to G by 2/2 steps. Okay. So every note to do the parallel reharmonization, every note below F is going to move in the same direction as the movement of F, and then with the same numbers of half steps, 2/2 steps. Okay, in this case, let's see. Let's do it together. This is F. This is the note below it. So F is going to move to G, 2/2 step. Okay, now the note below, the next note below in the reharmonization, parallel reharmonization, is going to move 2/2 steps as well in the same direction as F. So I got D. Okay, D is gonna move to E. Okay, then I got B. B is gonna move up 2/2 step, so it's gonna be C sharp. And then I got what did I have earlier? And then I got I'm kind of lost right there. Okay, let me see what did I play. I was playing. Just give me a minute. I lost my concentration. Alright, let me see. I was playing this. Okay. Alright. I'm sorry about that. I lost my concentration for a minute. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so F move to G, 2/2 steps. Okay, D move to E, 2/2 steps. Then B move to F to B move to C sharp, 2/2 step. And then A flat, which is G sharp, move to B flat, 2/2 steps. B flat or A sharp. And then we get and this is what we call parallel reharmonization. And now what do I get? What do I get? I get A dominant 7. Yeah, A dominant 7 chord. That's what I have. A dominant 7 flat 9. Okay? So you start with a chord on C root. Okay? Alright, there you go right here. Then you do dominant reharmonization, all right, and you get G dominant 7 flat 9, and then resolving on uh, uh, C major 6, and then now you're gonna play G dominant 7 flat 9. That's another inversion of it, and then now you're going to do parallel reharmonization from F to G. Every note is going to move 2 half steps, the same as F to G. So now you have, okay, so it's going to be, okay, so we move, okay, 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 that is parallel reharmonization on approach notes, such as passing notes, even chromatic notes, scale notes, and so on. So next time I will cover diatonic reharmonization and maybe chromatic reharmonization. Okay, take care.